Hey, adrenaline junkies. Welcome to Mind Rush. Get ready to dive into heart-pounding chases, jaw-dropping action, and the most thrilling moments caught on camera. Let's get your heart racing. April 3rd, 2016, Grandview, Missouri. At exactly 12:36 p.m., Grandview Police Dashcam footage captured the aftermath of a wild pursuit that began near Missouri 150 and East Outer Road. An officer had attempted a traffic stop on an SUV for a suspected violation. Instead of pulling over, the driver floored it, pushing the vehicle past its limit. The chase didn't last long. Moments after refusing to stop, the driver lost control near the I-49 junction. The SUV veered off and flipped violently, landing upside down with a sickening crash. The dash cam shakes, the officer's sirens cut, and the screen jolts as he pulls up on the wreck. The officer jumps out, races toward the vehicle and shouts, "Do you see anybody?" But the SUV is empty. The driver had been ejected on impact, thrown clear into a ditch nearby. The officer found him moments later and immediately began chest compressions. A nurse and her husband, who had witnessed the crash, stopped and joined the rescue. They worked together to stabilize the driver until paramedics arrived on scene. Charges: fleeing from law enforcement, reckless driving, traffic violations, medical condition, and charges pending post-investigation. One moment he was running, the next he was airborne. This chase ended with crushed metal, quick thinking, and a life-saving response from total strangers. No shots fired, no takedown, just a flipped SUV and a fight to keep someone alive. On the evening of Tuesday, December 24th, 2024, just after 8:30 p.m., an Arkansas state trooper initiated a stop on a 2006 Honda Pilot, speeding at 98 miles per hour westbound on Interstate 40 near the 66-mile marker. The driver, a 33-year-old man from Hampton, Virginia, provided a false name and birth date during the stop. A background check revealed he was wanted out of Virginia for multiple offenses, including fleeing from law enforcement, providing false identification, and possession of a controlled substance. That's when the suspect took off, and the pursuit began.
Direct J30, correction J26.
Now fleeing westbound, the Honda Pilot picked up speed, weaving through traffic on the dark interstate. The trooper pursued closely as they passed mile markers and on-ramps, sirens echoing through the night. Radio chatter picked up as dispatch confirmed the suspect's warrants. The vehicle continued at high speeds, ignoring all commands to stop. The situation intensified with each passing second.
We got moderate traffic, he's all over the road, speeds 104. Passing on the shoulder. TVI. Then 1016, roll over.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Driver!
Near mile marker 61, the trooper performed a tactical vehicle intervention, TVI. The Honda Pilot veered off the roadway and crashed into a heavily wooded area. The vehicle struck multiple trees before coming to rest. The driver was found partially hanging from the front passenger window, already deceased from severe head trauma. The seatbelt was still locked, airbags deployed, and the steering wheel bent. Wreckage was scattered, with the battery and engine components thrown clear from the vehicle. As emergency personnel cut the passenger door open, several cell phones and a radio dropped from the floorboard. In total, officers recovered 5 phones, a Cobra walkie-talkie, and 1 active phone with GPS directions to Oklahoma City. Also found, a revolver with 1 spent round 4.9 ounces of cocaine, a black stun gun, a digital scale, and drug-coated dollar bills, charges prior to fatality, fleeing false identification, possession of a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, illegal firearm possession, potential drug trafficking. What began as a speeding stop ended with a deadly crash and the discovery of drugs, weapons, and multiple phones, all pointing to something far more serious than a simple traffic violation. The case has since been turned over to investigators and federal authorities. February 11, 2025, Portland, Oregon. Police were searching for a gold Cadillac DeVille linked to the murder of Ravel Sterling, who was shot and killed on February 5th in Gresham. Sergeant Jason Lyle spotted the vehicle on northbound Y-205, freshly off I-84, gold paint, Washington plates, matching the witness description. Lyle activated his lights. That's when the pursuit began. The Cadillac didn't hesitate. It surged past 110 miles per hour up Interstate 205, crossing the state line into Washington. Multiple patrol units joined the chase, staying in formation as the suspects rocketed up Interstate 5. No brake lights, no signals, just relentless speed and heavy tension. The group stayed in motion, unaware that their time was nearly up. Near exit, 32 in Cowlitz County, Washington State Patrol moved in. One precise pit maneuver spun the Cadillac out of control and off the road. Troopers boxed in the vehicle and ordered a felony stop. All 3 suspects complied. Hands in the air, doors open. No one was injured. No shots were fired. Charges: Charles Moy Moy, aggravated murder. Clayton Harrell III, aggravated murder. Ronnie Sealis, murder, felony fleeing, accessory to homicide. 3 fugitives thought they could outrun the law across state lines, but a gold Cadillac doing 110 on a highway doesn't exactly blend in. By the time they hit exit 32, the only destination left was custody. June 11, 2025, Midland Boulevard, Fort Smith, Arkansas, at approximately 10:32 p.m., Trooper First Class Tyler Nelson was traveling northbound on Midland Boulevard, just past K. Rogers Park, when he observed a black Chevrolet Trax with Arkansas plates BAX31D. A quick database check revealed that the vehicle's registration was suspended and its insurance status unconfirmed. Trooper Nelson attempted a routine traffic stop, but the driver had other plans. The suspect turned onto North 50th Street, killed his headlights and taillights, and fled at speeds nearing 100 miles per hour, ignoring all commands and traffic rules.
Midland and 50th, boy out of X-ray, 31B, BAX, 31B, some black track. Blacked out.
Now barreling through city streets in total darkness, the suspect weaved across lanes, blew past stop signs, and even drove into the opposite lane of traffic. The pursuit intensified block by block, with the suspect refusing to slow down, creating a high-risk situation for everyone on the road.
Blacked out, coming up to Johnson. Clear left to right. He wrecked out Kelly and 50th.
You okay? Hands up! Hands up! Get your ass on the ground right now! Get your ass on the ground!
Yes, sir.
Right now!
Yes, sir.
Hands behind your back!
Yes, sir.
Stay right there!
Yes, sir.
Stay right there, don't you move!
Yes, sir.
As the suspect approached the intersection of Kelly Highway and 50th Street, he ran the intersection and collided with 2 vehicles, a Subaru Impreza traveling eastbound on Kelly and a Honda Civic that was stopped at the traffic light. The Chevy Trax was disabled on impact. With the vehicle down, Trooper Nelson approached and ordered the driver out at gunpoint. The suspect, later identified as Austin Osman, was taken into custody without further incident. A search of his person revealed a loaded .380 Taurus handgun, 2 fentanyl pills blue-marked $33,243 in cash. Inside the vehicle, a loaded 9mm Taurus handgun under the driver's seat, a black lock box containing 3 baggies of suspected marijuana and a THC vape pen. The front passenger, identified as Stephanie Pavey, was transported to Mercy Hospital and later discharged. The Honda Civic had 3 occupants, including a young child. None required hospitalization. 2 people in the Subaru were checked at the scene and cleared as well. Osman was medically cleared at Baptist Hospital before being booked into the Sebastian County Detention Center. Osman was charged with fleeing in vehicle with serious physical injury, felony simultaneous possession of drugs and firearms, endangering the welfare of a minor, felony unauthorized use of property, criminal mischief, damage $5,000 to $25,000, possession of Schedule I-2 substance, under 2 grams, battery, 3rd-degree possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of Schedule 6, substance, over 4 ounces, reckless driving, physical injury driving with suspended revoked registration, no liability insurance, failure to stop or yield, no lights at night. This wild nighttime pursuit through Fort Smith could have ended in tragedy. But thanks to the quick actions of law enforcement, no bystanders were seriously injured, and Austin Osman is now facing a stack of felony and misdemeanor charges, including possession of fentanyl, firearms, and endangering a minor. June 25, 2025, St. Francis County, Arkansas. State police joined a high-speed pursuit after a brown Chevy sedan fled from St. Francis County deputies on Highway 261. The suspect hit triple-digit speeds on I-40, ignoring lights and sirens while driving recklessly. A trooper intercepted the chase at mile marker 256 and took the lead.
The deputy did advise me.
I'm on it. 1037, correct net.
Net directly.
TBI, he went into the cable bears.
As the suspect tore through traffic on Interstate 40, the trooper stayed close, maintaining lead position. The vehicle drifted in and out of lanes, nearly losing control more than once. Other motorists were forced to move aside as the pursuit continued with no sign of slowing down. The trooper waited for the right moment, eyes locked on the suspect's erratic movements, road conditions constantly changing. Then, with precision, the trooper executed a tactical vehicle intervention, TVI, on the left rear side of the suspect's car, sending the Chevy spinning into a cable barrier along the interstate. The vehicle came to a stop, and Jimmy Lee Manasco was immediately taken into custody. A check through ACIC revealed Manasco's driver's license was expired and his insurance status was unconfirmed, with no proof found in the vehicle. But the situation wasn't over. At the St. Francis County Detention Center, Manasco displayed clear signs of impairment: bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, unsteady knees, and trouble standing. He refused field sobriety testing, declined a urine sample, and would not sign the statement of rights. Charges: fleeing by vehicle, Class D felony DWI, second offense, drugs, Class A misdemeanor refusal to submit to chemical test reckless driving, speeding 15 plus over limit, no driver's license, no liability insurance. What began as a county-level pursuit quickly escalated into a high-speed chase down Interstate 40. Thanks to a well-timed intervention by Arkansas State Police, it ended without injuries, and with Jimmy Manasco in cuffs, facing a full list of charges. On June 15, 2025, North Little Rock, Arkansas, around 11:19 a.m., ASP Trooper Brandon Loy and FTO Dwayne Niles were stationed at North Little Rock PD when dispatch reported a Jacksonville PD pursuit headed south on I-57 toward McCain Boulevard. The suspect vehicle entered I-40 west, and Trooper Loy intercepted the pursuit at mile marker 153, taking primary position. As the suspect came around the bend, Trooper Loy merged into the pursuit. With lights and sirens active, he closed the distance, ready to end it clean.
TVI? Yep. Alright. Attempting on TVI?
There you go. No break.
TVI.
Perfect. Box 3. Just get on the backside.
You're cutting yourself off. There you go.
At 11:27 a.m., just 1 minute after taking lead, Trooper Loy executed a precise tactical vehicle intervention, TVI maneuver, bringing the suspect vehicle to a stop. Loy and FTO Niles exited their unit and moved in with Jacksonville PD to conduct a felony takedown. The suspect, identified as Liliana Zuniga Rocha, was taken into custody without further incident. There was no damage to ASP units or personnel. The scene and suspect were handed over to Jacksonville PD, who also coordinated the vehicle tow. Charges filed by Jacksonville PD, not listed in ASP report. In a fast-moving pursuit across central Arkansas, a smooth intercept and perfectly timed TVI by Trooper Brandon Loy brought things to a clean and safe end. Liliana Zuniga Rocha was arrested without injury or damage, thanks to sharp coordination between state and local units. July 7, 2025, Interstate 40 East, Arkansas. A BOLO was issued for a red 2023 Toyota Tacoma with South Carolina plates, driven by James Baker, who was reported armed and suicidal. NCIS had been tracking his phone after he went AWOL from a South Carolina Navy base. He had allegedly made threats of suicide by cop. Just past mile marker 131, a trooper spotted the vehicle pulled off on the right shoulder. Rather than approach directly, the trooper moved ahead and waited, coordinating with incoming backup from multiple agencies. Moments later, the Tacoma rolled back onto the highway, headed eastbound.
So we're still rolling eastbound on I-40. Slowing down just past the 135.
Be advised, he is armed and had made comments to suicide by cop. Everybody keep cover.
60, give us a minute. Looks like we're going to be south on the shoulder.
The vehicle cruised steadily toward mile marker 135. Once all units were in position, lights and sirens lit up. A full traffic stop attempt. Baker drifted to the shoulder, slowed, but didn't stop. Instead, he merged back into traffic and climbed to a steady 55 miles per hour. Officers kept formation, carefully maintaining distance while monitoring every move. With lights still activated and multiple units behind him, Baker showed no signs of fleeing, but no signs of stopping either. Near mile marker 138, the lead trooper made the call. Initiate tactical intervention.
You want to call, we can give you it right here.
Follow the rock, just in 37. As soon as we get around this curve, TVI.
That's 37. Hey, 21 Woodrow, I'll be secretary. Eastbound, he's on the number 1 lane. 55. Flight started out this way. Going for TVI. TVI.
Felony takedown.
With a clean angle on the right side, the trooper executed a controlled TVI. The Tacoma spun out and came to rest safely on the shoulder, parallel to the roadway. Officers moved in with long guns drawn and conducted a full felony takedown. Baker exited the vehicle with hands raised and followed every command. Inside the cab, a loaded Glock 19 on the driver's seat with a round in the chamber, and a half-empty bottle of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey in the passenger seat. He was taken into custody without resistance. Charges and actions: refusal of field tests, DUI, suspected, refused. Mental health hold, vehicle impounded firearm secured into evidence. Baker later told officers, "I should have done it. You guys stopped me." He had bought the weapon and ammo 2 days earlier with one purpose in mind. Instead, after a 3-day bender, he found himself surrounded, not by danger, but by officers who refused to let the story end there. He was transported for evaluation and voluntarily admitted for treatment. Sometimes the chase doesn't end with an arrest. it ends with a second chance. July 14th, 2025, I-40, Arkansas. Around 7:18 a.m., Clarksville police were chasing a gray Chevy S10 eastbound on I-40. Trooper Keaton Ramsey moved to intercept as the truck exited onto Highway 64. He joined the pursuit near Highway 315. The S10 hit 70 miles per hour, swerved, then lost control near Shields Road, sliding across lanes and crashing into an embankment.
Advising net direct, K-22 pursuit.
Going to Clarks, we tried to block TVI. TVI is successful, crashed out, stops 1060.
The S10 slammed into an embankment, went airborne and landed in a ditch. Officers rushed in and took Lewis Black into custody without further struggle. Charges: fleeing, resisting arrest, obstruction, active arrest warrant. From skipping breakfast to jumping a ditch, Louis Black's Monday morning went from bad to worse. It took a trooper, a tactical stop, and a flying pickup to finally bring it to a close. Thanks for riding the adrenaline wave with us here at Mind Rush. If you're hungry for more heart-pounding action and edge-of-your-seat excitement, don't go anywhere, because we're just getting started. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more mind-blowing moments coming your way soon.